Right guys, video number 2 for me to just ramble on stuff. I thought I'd show you guys the process of me drawing in 3D. So first of all, I plug in my 3D pen and I have to wait till it hits at least 175 degrees. When it hits 175, it's for the slow setting, 185 for the medium setting, and 200 for the high setting. Once it hits that, the green little light, as you can see, will turn on and you're able to use it. The L button that I'm clicking there to do 5.1, 5.2, 5.3 is the heat setting. So once I've chosen what heat setting I want, I just press the little button there on the left with the left arrow, and I just, and squidgy stuff comes out. You click the button on the right if you want to pull the filament out once you're finished working with it. So yeah, basically, as I mentioned in my previous video, I quit my job and then decided to go to Asia for a year and travel. Whilst there, even though I haven't drawn in years, I was really motivated to draw and, kind of have some form of a visual diary of my travels. So this is actually a photograph that I took when I was in the Philippines of these two little guys, well, a girl and a boy, and I just wanted to illustrate it in 3D. So as you can see, I do actually use quite a lot of stuff for it. I use scissors a lot to cut the little excess bits of plastic, because obviously the plastic heats up, and then if you pull it, which is your normal reaction to do, to just pull the pen, the plastic stretches and then hardens. So you've got all these stringy little bits everywhere. So I kind of try to keep it a bit neater, just cut the little bits of plastic that are floating around off, because if not, they get in the way and it's just a bitch. Ooh, my feet. And I also do stuff with, as you can see, with a hairdryer. At the end of the day, I know it's a 3D pen and it sounds like it's some magical thing and it's magic and science and shit, but it's just basically a machine that heats up plastic and then it comes out squidgy, and because plastic hardens at room temperature, then you can draw in 3D. So you're able to kind of play around a bit and use different things. So as you can see here, I have used a hairdryer. So basically, once what I've drawn is hardened and I kind of not really happy with how it's set, or I kind of want to lower certain sections, just put a hairdryer to it, and it'll soften it in the same way I use lighters sometimes to melt parts off, or I blow on it to harden it faster and stuff like that. So yeah. So here I'm just drawing the little boy. As you can see, some lines appear to be thicker and some appear to be thinner, but as far as I'm aware, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, you can't actually buy a pen that has different size settings. So when you see people do this cool, crazy 3D art and you're oh my god, how's that stuff so thick? They've just gone over it over and over and over and over and over again. I actually, for this drawing, I thought I could only, I could just go around once I'm doing here and it would be fine. But actually, I'd have to go over the pieces 2 or 3 times, because if not, it's just too flimsy when there's a space that large, If you're doing stuff that's really close together, like here, as you can see, it's fine to kind of go around. I mean, I'm going around twice, but it's fine to kind of go around once. But if you want something sturdy, I'd go around twice. What am I doing here? Oh, here. Oh yeah, here I'm doing the backpack. That's one of my favorite parts. So you can see that actually just, use a bit of your imagination. Using your hands and fingers, even though fuck man, it's hot, it is hot. So I use my nails because there's plastic on my nails, so it's not as painful. But I'll use my fingers just to kind of manipulate the plastic and hold it, as you can see here, I hold my finger up and then blow on it. That way it'll set where I want it to set. Because if not, it's, as I said, it's honey, man, it's so hard to use. Here, so what I'll be doing, see, I'm just putting my finger just under it just to kind of, maintain it up so it dries a bit faster. The thing is, it's super gloopy, right? So if you're pouring the stuff from one side to the other, it's gonna stick on everything. You can't just lift it up and you're oh yeah, I'll just take this piece off. No, because it's roasting hot and everything is plastic. So once the two make contact, they just become one, So I actually found it easier, as you can see here, for the top of this bag to actually make that piece separate. So sometimes when you're looking at something, you're like, dude, how the hell am I gonna make this in 3D? All I did was to make like a C-shaped, or like, you know, half a circle on a flat piece of paper, waited till it dried, and then used it as the semicircle to kind of hold the frame up. And then the rest, you know, as you can see, I just kind of, you know, squish stuff over using my pen and my finger. I hope all this makes sense, man. Like, I'm not really great at explaining, am I? I have seen a lot of people use like tins and spheres and like kids' toys as a base, so you can like draw over them. Like, let's say you have a circle, so you draw, you know, with the 3D pen over half of the circle, and then let it dry, and then draw the other half of the circle, and let it dry, and then you put it together and use this as basically as if it was like some special 3D glue to just put it all together. But yeah, that's kind of the end of my whip working process. So I thought I'd just add at the end of this video like the actual real time that it takes for this crap to come out of the pen. So this is like not, you know, it's not fast forwarded, it's not like some weird time-lapse thing or whatever. This is the slow setting on the Meterk 3D pen, which I mentioned in the last video. You can buy it on Amazon for like 25 quid. So yeah, this is how fast the slow setting goes. So as I said, for stuff that's like upwards, vertical stuff, I'd recommend using this setting, because you'll see for the other stuff, you know, it's just too gloopy. So it's 175 degrees at the 5.1 setting, and that's the one I work with mostly. Then once I have the grasp of it, just for details and stuff, I'll use this one, the second setting, 5.2, which is 185 degrees. And yeah, you just press that button for it to come out, and you see like it's like, it's so much faster. So you just see, and then at the end, like you just have like crap reflexes, so you don't press the button, and then it just like all gloops at the end. And then 5.3 is just for like super pros, which is like 200 degrees. Like, look at it, man. It's just like, I mean, like, it's just, yeah, it's kind of just for when you're doing like a continuous drawing, but it's super gloopy and like zero precision. That's just, oh, here, there you go. This is the end product. Well, it's actually not the end product. It's, you know, this is a work in process. It's going to be an entire thing. So yeah, so you can see it is pretty sturdy. Like, you know, I can flap it around, and because like it's plastic, it's like relatively flexible. So it doesn't, like the small little pieces here, they don't snap off, you know, they just kind of stay in place. I'm going to be adding more stuff to it. I'm going to add a rickshaw in the background and a couple more bits, but yeah, this is basically the end result. I kind of just really dig the fact that it's like transparent, and you can play with light, and the shade that it creates is, you know, the shadow it creates is just as cool as the actual thing itself. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!